Oh my, that must have been a nice party last night. But that's not what this video is about. Well, I got a new instrument cluster. You can tell it has a little knackeredness right there. It was 40 bucks. Popped it in. Didn't want to work. All the needles were like way up over in this direction. It was reading like 7,000 RPM. Everything was all fucked up. But now with the door open, when I stick the key in, it goes ding, ding, ding. That means it's gonna fucking work. One more click. Oh look, everything fucking works now. I love that kind. Even shows RPMs. Wow, fancy. And the mileage, interestingly enough, I don't know if you can see that kind, I think you can, is maybe 2,000 miles more than the car would have had if the cluster never died. That's about as close as you can fucking get, and it just happened totally by chance. Everything works, the illumination in the back when you put the lights on works. All the indicators work. Even the high beam thing works. Everything. So that's all fixed. You can see two clusters back here. So on a cold start, you hear it clank when it gets up to around 2,000 RPM or so, which it normally does when it started. But right now, just running, you'd never know. Once it warms up, then you could hear it at idle clanking around. I can hear it a little bit. There's also some other valve clatter and other noise. But in the end, it's not going to matter. Not for much longer. In fact, it doesn't matter to me anymore because this is Old Clanky's retirement. I'm all done driving it. I'm giving it to my dad now. And that's really all there is to it. Still runs, still drives, still does everything it needs to do. But I figured the time was right. I had a good deal on another car. And it's a lot fancier, a lot nicer. It has a lot of shit that I don't want. And it has a lot of shit that I do want. So I'm kind of torn. The funny part is after driving the other car, and yes, there's going to be a full, absolutely feature-length presentation on that when that happens. When I get back in this car, it's like an old shoe that just fits. You just get in it and everything feels right. Everything's predictable. You know exactly when it's going to shift, exactly how it runs, exactly what it's going to do. But anyway, it served me well. There's nothing majorly wrong with it except for the clankiness, but other than that, it works, so what the hell. Anyway, I was a little disappointed. There were a number of quality control issues that I think Toyota really should have worked on. But quality and everything has dropped now. One of the main things you can see right here, see the airbag and that brake in the dash? That never deployed. It was never an accident as such. But one day I was parked and I saw the reflection in the windshield and I was really angry about it. Until one day I was parked a couple of years ago next to a couple of other O2 Camrys and they had the split in exactly the same place. It's shit like that that really bugs the hell out of me, and Toyota will not man up to it. That's just minor stuff, of course, but even so. That, the clankiness, which should have never happened, it just did, no warning. And the fucking transmission, which I'm really sore about still to this day, that without any warning whatsoever, nothing. It was working, and then it said I need a whole new one. So that kind of really pissed me off as well. So it betrayed me too many times. It's, like I said, still otherwise a great car. And my dad's getting an excellent price on it for what it's worth. It's better than any car he's got, so it's even got fucking remote start for shit's sakes, you know? So anyway, he'll be happy with it. It's more than enough car for him, that's for damn sure. And even now, still, it's not really clanking yet. I don't know. It will later once it's fully warmed up. Anyways, this is Old Clanky's retirement. That's gonna do it. Oh, it's got a leaf on him here. Now it's over here. But nobody gives a flying fuck about that. Anyway, it's really something to actually see these gauges actually move again. I didn't care really, because the whole fucking car, you know, I was done with it at that point anyway. That was just the straw that broke the camel's back, but it's really nice to see it actually move again. It's almost scary when I see that. And the car otherwise drives, you know? It's not like there's anything majorly wrong. I'll show you some of the other little tidbits I've been dealing with over the years. We're gonna turn here. The steering wheel goes bump, bump, bump. I don't know what that is. Bump. So I've been dealing with that one. It's kind of interesting. And the clankiness here and there. See, I don't know if you can hear the clankiness when you drive it a little harder. It's not too bad, but around the 2,000 RPM range, but you can certainly hear it when you're on the highway and it's in top gear, which in this car is 5th gear. Still moves. It's got a loud exhaust, you know. Typical old car shit. But like I said, for my dad, it's more than plenty car. It's really, it's a lot better than that other white Cavalier. That thing was amazing. I can't believe that thing was still even allowed on the road. That was really something. So anyway, we're heading over to XJoy to 1X here. Here, and then we're gonna get up to all sorts of shit over there, make a couple videos there. And see if we can hear any clankiness when we stop. I don't know if you can hear it at all. I sure can. Bump, bump. So, you know, just the little minor annoyances driving an older vehicle. But soon to be done. This cluster is also a little interesting in that the temperature gauge, if you see where it's reading there, that reads, and I know the wheel's in the way, that reads just a shade higher. If you look at the white line right below where the needle is, that's where the old one would read. And if I hook up the old one and make it work, it will read on that line. So this one is just a little bit off. I don't know what the deal is with that. I got to turn here, but a lot of traffic. Oh, so much traffic. Oh. So much traffic. Oh, here's another one. Look, bark, bark. So much traffic we got. So this is going the back way over to Joe. I showed you when he got gas in his house, this house, from the outside. They actually had an open house, and Joe and I went in there. And yeah, we did. Anyway, that's it for the '02 Camry. She's being retired. Old Clanky will continue being old and clanky and get older and clankier, I guess, as time goes on. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.